And coming up next.
I was in my living room on the couch asleep, and the next thing I know, I heard Bismarck PD.
What are your rights if the police come knocking?
And now that a flood emergency has been declared, how do state agencies make sure they stay ready for the unexpected?
Plus, as we continue to honor women throughout the month of March, tonight to meet an award winner who has taught so many.
Putting North Dakota first. KX News at 6 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chad Mira.
And I'm Lauren Culber. Thanks for watching KX News. Although there are a few exceptions, under your Fourth Amendment rights, more often than not, police need a warrant to come into your home.
KX News heard from a Bismarck woman whose rights may have been violated. Renee Cooper sat down with her and the Bismarck police to find out exactly what happened and what should have happened in tonight's top story.
To simplify, there are two major exclusions to police needing a warrant to search. These include emergency situations and consent, meaning the homeowner allows officers to search.
We're trying to apply that to prior cases that we know of that's been ruled on by the Supreme Court. And if we feel that applies, then we have to act on it.
That's not what happened at Ann Kirkham's home on March 19th.
I was in my living room on the couch asleep, and the next thing I know, I heard Bismarck PD. If there's anyone in the apartment, say something now.
This is a live video Kirkham captured when officers entered her home without a search warrant. She says there were two officers and they walked out as soon as she started filming.
I told them that I was recording them live. And once I told them that, they left out of my apartment real quick.
Police were searching for a couple runaway kids, including Kirkham's son. But she says he's been under the care of the Juvenile Detention Center since January.
I was scared. I don't even feel safe now. I have nightmares because of this.
What I can tell you is there is a complaint made against one of our officers for entering a residence without an exception to a search warrant requirement.
The investigation is still ongoing here at the Bismarck Police Department, but Chief Dreyevich says from what he knows at this point, the officer was likely in the wrong.
Chief Dreyevich says the officer probably had reason enough to apply for a search warrant and should have.
We have that easy avenue with the state's attorney's office. They have an on-call person, and we can make that call at any time of the day or night.
We take that very seriously here. I don't want anybody coming into my house unless they have a very good reason. And we look at it that way. We don't want to go into anybody's home unless we have a good reason to do so. And most oftentimes we need that search warrant.
Renee Cooper, KX News.
Chief Dreyevich calls this an isolated incident.
Once the investigation is complete, he says if necessary, disciplinary action will be taken with the officers involved. Kirkham says she knew police were in the wrong right away.
KX News sat down with a local attorney to better understand what your rights are when the police knock on your door. He says if police have a search warrant, there's really not much you can do. You can ask for a copy of the warrant to verify it's your address and what they're searching for. If police show up without a warrant, they need to prove it's an emergency. Regardless, he recommends allowing officers in. He says resisting the police is never a good idea.
Courts generally favor search warrants and disfavor searches without a warrant. So right away, if it's true that they were there without a warrant, they have higher hurdles to get over to demonstrate this was reasonable under the Fourth Amendment.
He says after the fact, you can file a motion to challenge the search and get any property seized back.
You can also file a motion to suppress any evidence that was gathered unlawfully so it cannot be used in court.
In continuing coverage today, the governor declared a statewide flood emergency on Wednesday.
Several entities like the North Dakota National Guard, the Department of Emergency Services, and the State Unified Flood Command respond when disaster strikes. Our Malik Rankin joins us to explain how they stay prepared. Hi, Malik.
Hey, when floodwaters rise, it often affects several counties across the state and all at once. It's a team effort. I spoke with one department head on how they make it happen. There are 53 counties in North Dakota. Whether it's ice jam flooding or tornadoes, it's the responsibility of the State Department of Emergency Services to respond.
Coordination, collaboration, and communication.
Coach Cody Scholes oversees that department. He says while they work alongside state and federal government, it all begins locally.
The first information that comes in is from the local emergency managers. We say disasters start and end locally, so we lean on information coming from the locals.
Governor Doug Burgum activated the North Dakota State Emergency Operations Plan, directing all state agencies, including the North Dakota National Guard, to maintain high readiness levels with flood response resources.
They are part of all of our planning and operational meetings, and they are a resource of last resort as well.
If flooding becomes overwhelming for residents, the state steps in with resources, deploying the National Guard. The State Unified Flood Command also met Wednesday. It's based out of the DES's Emergency Operations Center, bringing in all state agencies to best handle flood concerns. They discussed flood forecasts and preparation steps to stay ahead of the rising waters.
Malik Rankin reporting. Thank you.
A lot of work to keeping us all safe. Floodwaters in some areas of western North Dakota have gone down. Highway 200, leading from Cartwright, North Dakota to Fairview, Montana, is back open. The highway has been closed since Monday due to flooding on the Yellowstone River.
But Apple Creek Road south of Bismarck is closed due to the nearby creek's rising water. That's between the Burley Morton Detention Center and 52nd Street.
New out of the Capitol today, state senators voted to overturn the governor's first veto of the 2019 session. Senators voted 41-4 to override his rejection of a bill to raise driver's license fees. It raises commercial and non-commercial driver's license fees from $15 to $30. It now goes to the House for an override vote. The governor says the increase in fees imposes an unnecessary additional burden on our residents. The increased fees are expected to raise $5.5 million in a 2-year budget cycle.
And also new today, a political showdown of a different kind. It did not take long for a New York City councilman's claim that he is the world's tallest male politician to draw some challenges. Robert Cornegy Jr. is a 6'10" councilman from Brooklyn, New York. He was certified by Guinness in January and honored for the distinction this week. But North Dakota's insurance commissioner, John Gottfried, quickly stepped forward to say he will contest that title. Gottfried, who played basketball at the University of Northern Iowa and played professionally in Germany, says he's 6'11" and 3/4 inches. And he's not the only one contesting it. A mayor from Ohio says he's 7 feet tall. Gottfried said he didn't know, quote, being a tall politician was a thing.
Don't forget that 3/4 an inch. That could come in handy if we have to measure. March is Women's History Month, and we continue to celebrate local women who make a big impact on our community. Today, we head into the classroom to meet Mrs. Harry Summers. She's been teaching first grade at Roosevelt Elementary School in Minot for 29 years. In that time, she's earned some high marks, including a Teacher of the Year award in the year 2000. Summers says her approach to teaching first grade is all about the joy of discovery.
I love when they figure out that they've learned a new skill. I get to be part of that, and that means a lot to me, too.
When the final school bell rings this spring, Summers is calling it a career. Hear about her decision to retire when we share her full story tonight on KX News after March Madness.
Yeah, coming up tonight on KX News at 5:30. Calving season can be hectic. Find out how one rancher is keeping his eye on things.
Plus, let's take a live look outside this evening. A little cooler today, but those warm temperatures are going to make a comeback. We'll talk about it coming up.